Hi, and welcome back to the Secret of the Game course. Really excited to have you back. Thank you for tuning in. We are now on to lesson number 9, which is building polarity, meaning the ability to flirt with her to generate that attraction, that high status in her eyes relative to you, to create the arbitrage. And the arbitrage means simply getting to her authentic ego, that arbitraging ego that's always seeking and craving more value. And that's actually going to flip on her mate selection mechanism, meaning she's willing to go to bed with you. She's willing to be physical with you. So by being that flirtatious, playfully mean, sarcastic, fun asshole self, we generate that polarity and attraction. Those individual flirts get counted as, units, if you will, and that builds the arbitrage, meaning her desire and willingness to want to be with you. So those are things that we're going to be talking about in this lesson, and stay tuned. So understanding polarity built from flirting. So think of when we're flirting, what we're trying to do is create that sexual tension, that positive spark, that charge, that chemistry. And the status intelligent male understands that creating polarity is essential, as it signifies status to her and builds the arbitrage, meaning her willingness and desire to be with you physically. By evoking those feelings of desirability, excitement, and the thrill of a challenge to her, the male enhances her desire to pursue him physically. And polarity is achieved through successful flirting, which consists of sending those mixed messages with the push-pull cycles that we talk about, with verbal and physical elements going in opposite directions. So when we're talking about status intelligence, we're really talking about natural game as well. So the ability to flirt with her is something that we generate more natural game with as it relates to her serendipitous experience and enhancing her attraction and magnetism. So when we're talking about the ability to free associate, what that means being able to make those connections in real time using status intelligence in order to send fun, playful, flirtatious signals to her and to build that polarity. So that's what we're going to be focusing on the next slide. So when we're talking about flipping on the mate selection mechanism, getting you categorized as alpha to her to build within her alpha rotation, the goal is to engineer the arbitrage by increasing our status intelligent units. How do we do that? It's through social interactions, it's flirtation, it's playful banter, it's physical confidence, and the ability to do that and accumulate those flirtation units or attraction units, if you will. That's going to strengthen polarity and draw her closer to you and confirm, the potential for a successful interaction. And once the arbitrage is established in her eyes, that arbitraging or authentic ego wants you physically, and it's on from there physicality-wise. So that leads to potential same-night encounters or same-night lays or day 2 lays. And those are things that, we're going to be talking about a little bit later in the course. But suffice to say, we've talked about building polarity to create the arbitrage, meaning her willingness to go home with you and be with you physically. And we do that through being social, flirtatious, and physically leading the interaction.